Only a mother can love me. Okay.
You're right. I am a mother, so I can love you.
Yeah. Well, it is what the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, you freak? Mm, the freaks come out at 10:30
Midnight.
in the morning on Sunday.
Apparently. I wasn't even supposed to be up. Actually, I was supposed to be getting up, but yeah,
Hell
I
no.
was exhausted. I didn't get to bed until late,
You
as
get
always.
shit. My happy ass didn't get the. I went to bed. Old man stuff. What's up, Lucius?
What
Uh,
up, Lucius?
my happy ass turned around and went fucking to bed about 8:30 or whatever because I did all my workout in the yard and my beautiful lighting and everything else. It's fucking awesome. Well,
Good
hello, Paul.
morning, Paula.
But I'll tell you what, it was a very great day yesterday with mama and everything else. You know, you don't realize until you when you're getting old and everything else that even cutting the grass and doing weeds and everything else, I'll tell you what, man, that even whooped my ass. I'm like, man, I'd rather just sit right on here and everything else. What up, Angry? What's going on,
What up,
EFG joint?
AGP?
Hell
What
yeah,
up,
hell yeah.
EFD?
Oh yeah, guys, share this out and everything else. Give a little bit of love to my daughter, Lunatic Froggy, with Lunatic Dad. We are live on a Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. And the Ribbit is I don't know how much.
Ribbit.
Did you ever notice how when Froggy first goes live or she wakes up or whatever the case may be, she sounds like as if she's been like in a freaking coma for like 6 fucking months and then she comes out of it and everything else. It's true. It's damn true.
It is. I literally fucking sound like shit in the morning.
Yeah. Hey, you guys should have seen when we were talking before we went live and everything. I'm sitting there like, wake up, damn it, wake up. And she, like, damn it, girl, wake the fuck up. How are we supposed to go live when you ain't got no fucking energy and everything else? That's freaking.
I blame you.
Who you blame? Who? Who do you blame?
I blame you. The reason I blame you is because you've been gone all the week, so I've been bored.
You can kiss my ass. I was on my damn sabbatical and everything else. You know, I tell everybody that when I get on my sabbaticals, I just need to chill and everything else. What up, Froggy? What up, Mr. Alexander? And
What up,
everything.
Best
One's even a question for them.
Boy, you're interrupting
First
our
thing, how
stream.
many bagels?
This fucking guy's interrupting our stream.
Two.
I'm gonna whoop his ass.
You think
Don't interrupt my
your
stream.
mom
Get
and
out.
your daughter
Get out of here.
or your sister
Shut your mouth.
got kidnapped?
I'm gonna
You
kidnap
can only
you.
say one. What would you do?
Nothing. I'm gonna kidnap your happy ass.
I'm gonna save the mom. Reason why?
Let me hear this one.
She's gonna go beat the to get the Catholic to back.
Hey,
What
Froggy,
I'm gonna do?
Froggy.
Yeah.
Why in the hell do you got that bullshit ass thing on your ears instead
Dad,
of having your
says
microwave?
you can
I mean
only
your
say
microphone.
But it never said.
I have my
anything about-
microphone.
No, now you are.
said
Now it
you
sounds
can
good.
Only say what they never said.
All
Get outta
right. Goodbye,
Get outta
Jordan
here.
Williams.
Goodbye, Jordan. Get out of here. Get out of
I
here
love
now.
you.
Before I whoop
I'm
your
live.
ass.
Go.
Out. Get out.
Before I yell for
Leave.
Roy.
Now. Get out.
Meow.
Yeah, I give him a damn meow. Shit, that's so. Never mind. He's too damn young for me to be talking. Oh, yesterday you guys were talking about a certain age and everything else for boys and everything else to have girlfriends and boyfriends and everything else. Listen, Dad. Oh no, we were talking. You guys were talking about a piece of ass and everything else. Listen,
Right.
you guys, all right. So, Dad, first time, 20 years old. I'm not ashamed of it. I was a 20-year-old virgin and everything else. But the first piece of ass I had was the last piece of ass, and that's the damn mama that I married and everything else. So I was actually kind of proud of that and everything else. You don't hear that from guys.
Yeah,
often.
you don't hear that very often. He literally, he's like, Mom, will you get me in case anything happens? And I'm like, there ain't going to be shit that's going to happen. And he goes,
Yeah.
well, you never know. And I go, Jordan, you have every right to say no.
Yes.
And if people
No.
cannot understand and respect that, they're not the person for you.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. And guys, there's nothing
What
wrong
up,
with calling
Justin? How you
yourself
doing?
a virgin up until the age of like Dad was 20 years old. Imagine. Now, I'm not going to deny, I won't deny. Did I do a lot of masturbation? Yes. when I was coming up. No, I mean, we're talking.
It's normal part of life. Seriously, it is. Everybody, you do it at a young age and you do it at your old age.
Yeah, yeah, no, no. Listen, listen. This is very, very, very normal. Lunatic Mom's not home right now. SJ. She went out to breakfast with Steven. You guys, you seen Steven before the
Yeah,
stream. He went to go pick up Mama, and they went out and everything else. So they're gone. Uh, Enough for Lunatic Mom. Lunatic Mom does not exist in the stream. Non-existent. No, no. But but honestly, I mean, if you think about it, think about the pressures that teenagers go through. That that far as telling their friends, "Hey, I'm a virgin," or "I never had a piece of ass." Sometimes people will make it up and lie and everything else. But think about the pressures that a lot of teenagers go through in life. And I mean, we all been through it, but it's just a continuing cycle and everything else.
it
Where
is. And there are nowadays, if you don't lose your virginity or get a piece of ass, you're weak, you're pathetic, and you're stupid. But if you get a piece of ass, you're a hoe.
Yeah, and don't you think it's a double standard between a man and a woman? If a man's getting a lot of piece of ass, man, you're a stud. You're this. If a
You're the
girl,
man, homie.
yep, and if a woman is out there getting a ton of dick and
You
everything else,
a hoe.
you're a hoe, you're a slut, and everything else. Now, don't you think that's kind of like a double damn standard in a way? I mean, it's
Well, it is. Honestly, it is. Because if you want to think about it, why are women shamed for doing the same thing a man does?
Yeah, yeah. And that is basically throughout the whole life too, sweetheart. If you think about it, I mean, in the jobs, a lot of women in corporate America are paid a hell of a lot less than the men. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it's fact. And the women, like even in the jobs doing stuff, people doing work and everything else, women are a hell of a lot more harassed than the men. I mean, listen, let's face it. You go all to your warehouses, you go to a different place and everything. 90% of your management are men. And when they
Yep.
go ahead and hire all these women and they got tight ass pants on or they got uniforms where you kind of, I think, like, I mean, like
They
here's
get sexually assaulted on a daily basis.
Yep. How about Hooters and everything else? When people go there or whatever, I give them ladies credit to go work there. They got to wear them tight ass shorts and tight ass shirts and everything else. I think that Hooters should not be doing that because I think that is going ahead and making it more how can I put it, degrading to women. I really do. But the only way shit like that stops is, I mean, one thing about the women, I mean, you guys over years and decades, you guys have completely transformed and everything else over a long period of time. And now the women now are a hell of a lot stronger than the women, believe it or not, way back in my day, because they just stayed in line and did what they said, and that's it. But now, which you got a lot of women movements and everything else that it's very strong out there and everything else. And hey, salute to you damn gals and everything standing up to the damn pigs that are out there. I mean, it's horrible. I mean,
Well, exactly. And I've said this a million times, and everybody thinks I'm picking on myself. I am not picking on myself. I will straight up 100% tell you. I am glad I'm not gorgeous. I'm glad I'm not skinny. I'm glad I don't look, you know, I'm not in the top 5 or 3 or whatever. And the reason why,
I think you are. But okay.
aw, I love you, Dad. The reason
Guys,
why,
I've seen her naked, just letting you know. Put that out there on the social media universe. Lunatic Dad gets private pics from Lunatic Froggy. We'll see how far that goes. Go ahead.
oh God, that's
Go
gonna
ahead.
go far.
Go ahead.
But here's my thinking. Okay, if I was, let's say, one of the gorgeous fucking blonde hair, fucking size zero waist, big
Ew.
boobed, big ass, right? How many times would I get catcalled? How many times would I get sexually harassed going to the grocery store? Now, because I'm on YouTube, yeah, I'd have billions of views, but at the same point in time, how dangerous would it be for me to live my life?
Well, yeah, and not only that, I mean, and especially like on social medias when someone's got no talent but they got all the physical traits and everything else, but there ain't no talent. They're just sitting there like, hey, and fucking bouncing their tits up and down and whatever the case may be. They're actually degrading themselves, though. I mean, if you think about it. But
Exactly, but guys love it.
what do they always say? Shake that moneymaker, right? I mean,
Shake what your mama made you.
exactly. And believe it or not, there's enough damn perverts out there that will pay, that will go to live streams up on YouTube or any other platform or whatever, where there might be some hot ass woman or whatever the case may be. She ain't talking about nothing. I mean, there was this one up on D Live, okay? Now, mind you, she just sat around a pool in a bikini. That's all she did. And she did no real conversating with the chat at all. But everybody's like, man, I like to get with that. And they're sending her all types of diamonds, ninja guineas, ninja jets. Not that you guys know this on YouTube, but that's a lot of money, okay? It
In other
started,
words, if you're on TikTok, it's like the Galaxy on TikTok or the Lion. It's thousands and thousands of dollars.
true, true. I mean, but that's just the way society is. I mean, we, especially anywhere, not just America, anywhere, just human nature is that. Of course, everything what Kyle always used to tell me, eye candy, Dad. It's eye candy, or whatever the case may be. It's kind of like on YouTube when you upload a video and everything else, and you put the correct title and everything else.
It's eye
Everybody's,
candy.
it's always eye candy. People are sitting there wondering, what is that about? What is it? What's going on and everything else? I mean, there's so many different things that happen, of course, the way in society. But I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. Women have evolved over a long period of time, but you guys still face a lot of pressure and you face a lot of obstacles still in your way in 2024. It's still existing out there and everything else. I mean, here, I can go live, you can go live and everything else. And if you put on some damn skimpy ass bra and whatever, and you're out there shaking it or whatever the case may be, and that's all you're doing, they're going to come to you. I mean,
Mhm.
society is that screwed up in the head. I mean,
Oh,
you got
should we talk about the feeders?
the what?
The feeders.
What the hell's a feeder?
People who pay you to eat on camera. Eat like cucumbers or weird shit.
What?
Uh-huh.
People pay for that shit,
Mm-hmm.
and but do you have to do anything like?
Mm. You have to do exactly what I'm doing right now.
And you get paid for that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell no, that's impossible. Paula says, thank God I'm an old fashioned. I love a person for what the inside, not the outside of a person. Yes, Paula. See, we're on the
I
same
agree,
wavelength.
Paula.
100%. 100%. I mean, believe it or not, you could be beautiful outside, all hot and sexy and everything else. But if you're an ugly person inside or whatever, I mean, to me, yeah, it's going to get you only certain ways with people, like I said, with perverted minds,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Because they're just looking at the superficial. They're just looking at the looks and everything else. That's all they're looking at and everything else. They're not
What's up,
looking,
Gemma?
hey, Gemma, baby girl. They're just looking at the outer appearance, but inside they're ugly as shit and
Mm-hmm.
everything else. And it kind of like disgusts me a little bit if you think about it when the mentality of men. I mean, us men, we're pigs. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you guys always hear me talk a lot of shit and everything else, like, man, that's hot and everything else. But if you ask me, would I take a golden model, something hot and sexy over my wife and everything? Hell no, because my wife's got something that golden model doesn't have. Love in her heart and caring for others, and she loves the shit out of me. And I would never trade that in for nothing.
Oh,
Hell fucking no. Hell
Dad,
fucking
you
no.
might have a prank coming your way, and I'm sorry for that one.
You ain't doing no damn
Mom,
prank for me.
Mama is.
No, she's not. She's not going to do nothing. She's not going to do nothing. She is not allowed to be, her word is not allowed to be talked to in this damn stream right now. Do you understand me? No, no. Lunatic Mom does not exist. It's just Lunatic Dad and Lunatic Froggy. Lunatic Mom, rest in fucking peace. Go enjoy your fucking breakfast and stay the hell out of it. Just saying. I'm just saying. It is what it is.
But yeah, Mama is amazing.
No, she's not.
She is.
No, she's not. What up, Kobe? What up, Gemma? Hey, listen, you did the stream yards again. You could only have two of us, right?
Yeah.
You're a fucking genius. Just saying.
Why did you want Gemma up here?
Well, I always like Gemma, but if you're on the one that you can only do two, I don't know. I don't know what you can fucking do. What do you think? I'm
Gemma,
fucking
where are
intelligent?
you?
What do you think? I'm fucking intelligent? Don't start accusing me of being intelligent. Gemma always says I'm an intelligent, smart man and everything else. I'm like, listen, don't you damn put me down like that and everything else. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No,
Um,
no, Flash, listen, for what? For you to just talk about yourself and talk about your fucking channel and everything else, and then unsubscribe to me fucking 2 days later? What the fuck? I'm calling your ass out. That's what the fuck I'm doing. Just saying.
but
Dad,
no,
you see my video from yesterday? I already did. I already seen it, sweetheart. Sweetheart, I did see it. Did you? Man, fucking Gemma. See,
Gemma, he watches everything. Just because he doesn't always comment doesn't mean he didn't watch it.
yeah.
9 chances out of 10, he watched it on the boob tube and he forgot how to comment off of there.
It's not that I forgot how to comment. Dad does not like to go ahead and do a lot of things out there because then everybody always puts, hey, Dad, hey, Dad. It ain't about fucking that. It's about the fucking upload. Just saying. Just saying. It ain't about all
Hey,
that.
Gemma, go check your Facebook, honey.
Check your Facebook as an FB. F fucking B. Not fully broad. Hey, think about it. Think about it. I mean, what is the biggest size bra do they make? I'm being sexist here now. What is the biggest
Z.
size bra? Z?
Ashley double Z.
Why not a triple fucking Z? Why not Gen Z? What?
Gen Z don't work in triple Z. I don't know if there is or not.
Bullshit. Bullshit. There always got to be something bigger and bigger and bigger because tits have no certain right size. Think about it on a woman and everything else. I mean, you might have class little A's, little niblets. You know, I'm sorry, but if you got, think about this. You got a hot ass model or whatever, all booming,
Mhm.
banging ass, booming all this, and she's got little fucking nibbles and everything else. And it's like, what the fuck is that? I mean, that's out of a fucking freak show. Just saying.
You know, my friend that worked at a strip club, she
Gemma,
said
check your Facebook. Go, go.
she said more of the women that made the most money were the
Yeah.
ones that were more like my size than the ones that wasn't.
You realize how many damn people they had to fucking kill for the size of your fucking tits that they had to go ahead and have the material to make that fucking bra your ass? Shit. That motherfucker, you had to go ahead and skin a lot of fucking sheep out there.
Only a couple of rabbits. What up, Gemma?
Gemma, is that you? Is that you? Oh no, that's AMR, Gemma. That's not fucking Gemma's Journey Grace. That's AMR. Just saying. No, not AMR. What's that called? That fake shit. What's that called?
AI.
Yeah, that's AI, Gemma's Journey Graces. And welcome to the fucking the lunatic froggy, lunatic dad, lunatic fucking Gemma's Journey Grace from the fucking UK. Come on! Yeah!
Hell yeah.
I'm right, guys. Now, mind you, I'm like a taco right now. I got two beautiful sides, and I'm the meat in
I've
the
still
middle.
got it.
You do, you fucking do. Hell yeah,
Dad loves tacos, so
I do. I do. Listen, listen. Do you ever notice that a woman that goes ahead and wears tight ass pants and it goes in between her crotch, it looks like a fucking taco? That's why I fucking like it. Just saying. You
you
guys
know
are
that's
big.
why they call it the pink taco, right, Dad?
That's right. That's right. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm sorry. Uh, uh, no, I'm not. I'm never mad at anybody. So what's? Hey,
Flash,
let
Dad
me.
shouldn't be mad at you unless you've done something to really annoy him. Dad won't be angry at you unless you've really done something to piss him off.
Hey, Gemma. What do you feel? What do you feel about appearances of women and everything else that they are
Yes, Dad.
overly that they're overly let's say looked at in a very bad way. But then the good parts. Well, I mean, give me your thoughts of women on social medias in general. Just general, not autism or nothing like that. Just women
Oh,
on social
okay.
media, the way you're looked at.
Yeah. I think women on social media are looked at in a very different way compared to males because we're seen as one, we're seen as a sex symbol. Two, we're more easier to get bullied or manipulated. I think social media can be very toxic for women because we're more of an easy target for people. But at the same point, there needs to be more women on social media because more social media from what I've seen is more male based, but a lot of females are too scared to be on social media because of the bullying or low self-esteem, or they don't want to risk their name being online because they're not sure of the reaction. And that's sad because a lot more women could be on here sharing their stories, but they won't because they're scared by other people or they don't think they can do it. It takes a certain kind of woman to be on social media. You have to be tough, you have to be strong to face a lot of the critiques that us women get. And if you don't, then social media probably isn't good for you. And I've been through that multiple times. I've gone through stages where I didn't want to be on here, and then there's times where it's been the best thing for me. So it just depends on your personality.
Mm.
I got a question for you. And I
Oh
see it all
boy.
the time watching YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook Shorts. Is
I
there a
like shorts.
difference? I bet you do
Hey,
that.
random.
Is there a difference between men shaking their ass and acting like sex AIs and a woman doing it?
No, I believe it should be equal, but it's not equal. It is
Yeah,
not
it is.
equal
Do
whatsoever.
you know how many times we sit
Don't
there
you
and watch
argue
eye
with me.
candy? Oof,
You-
watching them men.
No, I'd like you to. I'm disagreeing with you on this. Go ahead.
Okay.
Let me get your point of view first. Then I'm gonna
So
rip into your asshole.
let's take these guys that are muscular.
Yeah,
You know, they
yeah,
got the muscles, they got the tattoos, they got those pretty baby blues, and they're fucking sitting there grinding on hay bales for
yeah,
views.
yeah.
They get hundreds and thousands of dollars because all these cougars want to turn around and get with them just for a night in the rodeo, as they say. What's the difference between guys catcalling women and doing all of that and women doing it to men?
There is no difference per se itself. Okay, it really is not. What up, lunatic addict? I don't know. He's addicted to that. What the fuck? I don't know. We got a guy here, right there. See, I'm not eye candy. I mean, none of us. I mean, you two guys are eye candy on here. Okay, I mean because I mean I, you ever hear about the word incest is best? Well, in this case, I
Dad
gotta watch
always
what I
puts
say.
his daughters to the test.
Well, I do. I do. I only got a couple. I mean, how many
Only
fucking
his
daughters do I have?
adopted ones, though.
Yeah, only the adopted ones. Cause see, I can get away with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm obsessed with you, Dad. Well, thank you, Mr. Addict. I do appreciate that you're obsessed with me and everything else. I'm obsessed with you too. What part of my body are you obsessed with? That's what I want to know. And everything.
We're
No,
gonna
let's
we're
stay serious. Let's stay serious. All right. I
we're
mean,
gonna.
this is
Oh,
not the fucking
I want to go on to that one, Dad. We're
show.
going to do who's obsessed with Dad test. We're gonna make a bunch of questions, and the
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you are not. See, I don't trust you or Gemma because you guys are conniving fucking women and everything else. Behind, you guys will start putting something together, and I'll all of a sudden be relaxed, and I'll all of a sudden see you guys go live with some fucking shit or whatever, and I'll be like, "What the fuck is this?" and everything else. I know
it'd
you.
be like, what's Dad's favorite pizza? What's Dad's? What up, Mike Dickard?
Hey,
Hello,
Mike.
Mike.
No,
I
that is
still
his
love
name.
his
Dickard.
name.
It is the
Dickard.
best name. It's the best
Hello,
name in the world.
lunatic dad addict. Never seen your channel before, but okay.
Yeah. But where were we? See, my memory. You already fucked up my memory right now. I'm done. I'm done.
We were debating on whether or not men and men shaking their ass is different than women shaking their ass.
Yes, of course it is. Absolutely is.
Tell me,
Because
Gemma.
let's state the
Why?
facts here. Women shaking their ass and shaking their whatever usually is in a sexual manner and for money. And unfortunately, women are stereotyped into that because music videos, a lot of the music videos that are on TV and on social media are women shaking their behinds and that makes young other vulnerable women and young women think, wow, if these women can do that and look powerful and look good and look sexy and look pretty for the cameras and for the men that are filming these women doing that. Again, there's a danger though to that side of things because you've got potentially young women being abused and neglected and sexually abused because these men are power hungry. And I'm not saying all men, before I get in trouble, get backlashed, not all men do this, not all men are bad, selfish, ignorant pigs, whatever. I'm not
Thank you.
saying that. A minority of men are selfish, predictable, sexually abusive, disgusting pieces of garbage. But that you have to be careful because some men do it for the power, the control, the dominance. They want to be the powerful. You do what I say when I say. I'm paying you the money. If you don't want to, basically go. But men doing it, it can be a sexual way to turn on their woman and to show that they're willing to have fun with their woman, their wife, girlfriend, partner, whatever you want to call them. But at the same point, if men were to do it, they would get called all kind of weird, perverted names, whatever. But it's okay for women to do it because women, we have the body, we have the sex image, we have that way of looking good to do it. Whereas if men do it, it'd be seen as a sexual perverted act or they'd be disgusting. Whereas women, oh, it's okay for women to do it because they've got the body for it, they've got the bum, they've got the titties, they've got whatever. And it's completely different because men don't have that.
Actually, men do.
We got
Men do. You don't have men don't have the titties. They don't have the, as we like to call it, rump roast. But watch YouTube shorts. Watch TikTok. Put in
Come on, spit it
men
out, Junior.
shaking their ass. Put in men dancing. You will see there are men out there that are doing the exact same thing as women. And in the comment section, you see women going, he might be as young as my son, but I'd like to ride that rodeo. Come on, baby, take it off for us. We want to see that ass.
Again, it's about the sexual side of things. It shouldn't necessarily be about the sexual side of things. It's unfortunately men, women get that. We both get the sexual kind of deviant comments and women and men being abused. But where do we draw the line? Is it seen as a good thing for some women to flaunt it and some men to flaunt what they've got? But at the same time, where do we cross the line between being it as an abusive form of control and they're being made to do it, or where do we cross the line and say, oh, hold on a minute, this is art? There's that fine line going.
I agree with that. That men will look at it as the female body as an art and sculpture.
Exactly, it's art.
I agree with that.
Some men, it is an art form. Now, I will tell you, there are women out there who are, no, you're gonna do this. I don't care. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do this. We're gonna get the money. I like the money that's coming in. You're gonna do this. It is an equal dynamic on whether or not it is looking at it as abusive. Shouldn't say that. I'm going to get demonetized.
You got to get monetized first before you're demonetized. So let's go step by fucking step, all right?
That was the joke of it. Whether it's abusive or for the money grab or sex trafficking. There is men and women on both aspects that are doing it. So, if we're looking down on women for doing it, why are we not looking down on men for doing it?
Because it's our bravado. That's the way we're built. the way a man will look at another man, that he does that. He, like I said, we look at other men that if they getting all that ass and they're getting what they want, we look at it as that guy's fucking genius. But if a
Yeah.
woman does it, and everything else, we're like, you're a slut and everything else.
But
And
why can we not have an equal dynamic on it?
because
It's never been
society is not
equal.
equal.
Men,
It's
men
not
and
equal.
women are never equal individuals. It never has been. Men have always been known to be the physically stronger species because they're more strong as in weight and everything else, whereas females are looked at as the sexual symbol. We are
Have you
looked
seen
at
some of those
as
women?
we will do, as are told by men when we're told. We are expected to be the homeowners. We're expected to be the people who serve dinner on the table. We're expected to look after children. It's that automatic all of, well, this is what a woman does, and you'll do what is expected of you. There isn't a chance for us to not do what we want to do because we're expected to do the standard everyday stuff.
Mhm.
Right. So now, is it frowned upon when a dad stays home to take care of the kids and the mom is making hundreds of thousands of dollars, whether it be a 9 to 5 job or shaking her ass or OnlyFans or whatever?
Mhm.
Is it okay for the dad to be at home taking care of the kids while the mom is
Yeah,
out
I'd say
there?
absolutely yes, it is okay for the dad to be at home. He should be at home with the children because the dad should be able to have that bonding time with his children and spending quality time with them. My dad was back in the day, like when I was born, my dad came home and had time off work, and
Oh, no,
you
no,
know
I'm not
I had
talking
a strong
about that.
bond with my dad. Like, you know, men should be allowed to have time with their kids. The stereotype is, oh well, men don't need time off; they can get their backsides to work and they can earn the money, and worship the woman and whatever. That is bullshit because that's sexist statement. But at the same point, women and men should be equal on the employment front because both men and women need time off to bond with the children. So it should be an equal
I'm
front.
not talking about that, Gemma. I'm talking the stereotype of a man
Thank you,
staying
Dad.
home and the woman working. Because I will tell you right now, a woman staying home and taking care of the kids is a normal thing. A man staying home and taking care of the kids while the woman is working is non stereotypical. And a lot of the men get shit on for it.
Yes, I do.
And
Yep.
and I agree with that. Being a man on this panel of two beautiful women, I will tell you that right now. I feel that my wife should stay at home. I believe she should be the comforter. I believe she should be the teacher. I believe she should be the one that shows, that gives all the love. And believe it or not, the woman, and like I said, I'll get crushed on this because people be like, Dad's just so thinking that men have their place and women have their place. Well, I was born in 1959. Okay, first off. And so I go back in a time of woman should stay at home, take care of the children, make my food, and make sure that the house is clean and give me ass when I want it, and I will give you the fucking world. I mean, I know
Well,
that's a
exactly.
pig mentality. It is a pig mentality. Okay, I'm agreeing with
But
that.
there are a lot of women that desire that type of relationship.
Yeah, well, you have a lot of see what it is now women are way more independent now, where they don't need a man. They don't need a man to go ahead and bring home that food and everything else on the table and everything else. They're like, hey, I can do this my damn self. I'm looking for a comforting relationship and everything else where things are equal and everything else. So, I mean, but if you're going to ask an older person such as myself, yes, do I believe that with the children you cannot have two parents out on the working world because that child will be affected as it's growing up because it's not having the nurtureness of the mother. It's like a dog and everything else. A dog has puppies and everything else. Them puppies, they say keep it by the mother and everything else. Why? It's to give it loving, nurturing, feed it, and everything else. Same
And if you
way
pull
I
it
look at
from
it
the
this way.
mother too young, it ends up acting like a dumbass.
Yeah, yeah. I like I said. I mean, it may be a pig mentality I have, and I don't blame you, ladies, if you're offended by what I
I'm
believe.
not
No, I'm
offended.
just saying, but it would be okay
Nope.
if you were, because
Right.
I just feel that a mother and everything else, and bringing babies into the world and everything else. I believe that every man should be out there. I don't give a fuck if you got to have 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs. I don't care. You decided to have that baby and everything else. You do your job as the man and the food provider of that family and everything else. And the woman should do their job as making sure that it's nurturing, fed, taught, school, everything, the whole 9 yards. Because the man's job is to go out there and fucking bust his fucking knuckles to the damn grind. That is, of course, my opinion.
See, and a lot of people would have an issue with
Gemma,
the relationship
open up.
that.
I got to give it to Everett. Open up, both you guys. Get your tongues out. And you got to do it. You got to do it, Gemma. Lick them.
Lick his toes. But no, everybody would have an issue with my relationship, with the way my relationship works. And I'm going to explain it to you, okay? Roy and I are not allowed to say we're together for many, 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 many issues. That's why you always hear me say he's my partner in crime, or he is my caregiver. And I told everybody I would explain that later, and I finally explained it. For many, many reasons, we're not allowed to say we are together. He is not allowed to sleep in the same room I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
So we sleep in separate rooms. We sleep the whole 9 yards. You will only ever hear me say he is my caregiver or he is my partner in crime.
Mm-hmm.
But I pay the bills here. He pays my wants.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I make more money than he does. And due to all of the issues with my exes and bills never getting paid, I pay the bills to make sure they get paid.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a mental thing for me. Is okay, the bills are paid. I'm fine. Roy has his money. We can go do what we want to do with it.
Right. Right.
But due to the mental stipulations in my own brain, I have to pay the bills. In my head, it is my job to pay said bills. Now, Mama is on SSI. Is her money, or is her money towards the house?
Her money is, see, we have a different mentality, which is different than most younger people coming up and everything else. We don't have mine and yours. It's ours. That's always been our mentality.
Right.
No matter what I make, I mean, she has complete control over anything Dad ever has. I mean, she can go into the bank. She doesn't need my permission. She doesn't need my nothing. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. You want to go buy something for $100, go. You want to go do something, go. I tell her, you don't ever have to, even still to this date, she'll tell me, well, I went and did this, I went and did that. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, because I don't. I'm like, look, after all these years being married with you, with all these kids and everything else, it, to me, if my wife ever had to come and tell me and break down everything she did and bought things or paid things or took money or whatever, then that would tell me I don't trust my wife. That means that, and like I said, that's the old school mentality. I mean,
right.
But nowadays you got men and women having separate accounts, a third account, and everything else. I'm sitting there like, well, what happened to family unity? What happened to we are one when you get married in church or court, whatever way you ain't got married? What happened to the time when the whole process is we are one, let's come together as one, and everything gets done as one, not the separatism shit and that's why a lot of relationships and marriages fail, because they're separate. They say, well, I got my own identity and everything else. There's a difference between having an identity in a marriage and far as being together as man and wife when you came together as one. There's a big fucking difference. Big difference.
Well, and in the aspects of the basis of I have to have a separate account from Roy, it is, we're separated on that part. My money's my money, his money's his money. Why? Because of the legalities of everything that we have going on. Now, off of that mentality that you just said, everything should be united. My grandma who was born way before you, told me her grandma told her you should always have rainy day money set aside of your own in case something happens where the man gets up and leaves you.
Hi, Jeff.
So you can,
But
hi Jeff, so you can make it on your own without that man. Or let's say if you're in a really abusive, and I mean really abusive relationship,
then you shouldn't have gotten married to the person in the first place. They're already giving you signs before that the abuse is coming.
amen to that one. Dad, I fucking love you on that one. Amen to that one. Or there, I will say, if a man goes from being completely normal, like
That's different. That's different.
completely fucking normal. I'll give you the world. I'll give you the moon. Normal. To beating the shit out of you. Have their brain checked. 9 chances out of 10, there is a brain tumor developing, whether it be in some aspects of the brain, causing your medulla oblongata to stop working. Now,
the fuck's a Magula Agadata? What the fuck is
it's
that?
the thing right back here that controls all of your emotions and
Oh,
all
okay.
of that.
I thought you were talking about some Lion King shit. Okay, go ahead.
No. It's an actual part of your brain. Now, my friend's dad had his shot off and lived, but he is a complete asshole because he cannot control his emotions because he does not have the medulla oblongata.
Huh. Go ahead. Go ahead. What's the silence?
The
Go ahead.
reason
Think
why
about it.
people do have like change, there is a significant reason. 1, they're cheating on you. 2, they have a brain injury. 3, they got into a hardcore drug that is causing a reverse reaction. Now, there are medications that can cause people to go insane too.
But you're given scenarios
Right.
where it could be. But I'm just saying, in general, if you don't have these things playing out in a marriage and everything else, you don't
Right.
have all that or whatever. Then, I mean, of course, you have to understand that if you're going to get married to somebody or whatever, and they're showing signs of this stuff or whatever, and you still decide to do something stupid like say "I do" to them, but they're already showing you signs that there's going to be problems in that marriage later on. It could be jealousy, hey, your wife, your girlfriend at the time looked at somebody. Hey, what the fuck you looking at the dude for? Hello, that's a big red alert. There's a
Right.
problem there. There's a problem already from the beginning. So would you want to go ahead and say "I do" to that?
No.
You would not.
Another. Well, okay. So I'm gonna go into Tanya's little spiel here. Okay. So 9 chances out of 10, when you get into an abusive relationship, the number one sign is gaslighting. They're going to gaslight you into thinking that they didn't do something when they did, or they did it for your benefit. They're going to break down your ego and they're going to make you feel like you're shit without them. They're the only reason that you're alive today. They're the only reason you're this or that. But they're also going to make it so you stop talking to your family. They're going to separate you from your family. And it's going to be slowly. You're going to go hang out with your friends. It's going to be 900 fucking phone calls. What are you doing? Where you at? How you doing? Oh, I lost the remote. Where's the remote? Well, I'm not at home. Why the fuck would I know where the remote is? I'm not, I need you to do this, or I need you to do that. They're going to fucking interrupt you 9,655 million fucking times when you're out with your friends or your family. Then when you get home, they're going to be mad at you because you didn't leave when they called you.
Okay. That's controlling. That's showing you signs of controlling.
Right. But a lot of people don't see those little things. They think control is you're not allowed to work. you're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do that. I will give you the money. You will go get XYZ. They think that is part of controlling, but they don't see the little things that is leads up to it. Now, you take on all of those. What up, Clayton? You take all of those little red flags that I just said and push them to the other red flags they're showing.
Mhm.
Cheating. I'd hit you right now, but I'm not that type of person. No. What they're saying right there, when they say I'd hit you, but that but is bullshit. They will hit you. Because what they're saying is I have enough control right now, but later on I might not.
Mhm.
Also, to add on to that, gaslighting doesn't just happen in physical, intimate relationships. Gaslighting is a prevalent problem here on social media, YouTube specifically, Facebook. It happens all the damn time. There's people being gaslit every freaking day, and it's disgusting because they make you feel worthless and like you don't matter, and they'll step on you and step on you and step on you till you feel so shit and you have no self-esteem left. It's happened to me before when people have tried to control me on my channel, and I'm like, you know what, for a little while I put up with it and I was like, okay, maybe they're trying to help me, and I kind of, I guess, believed it. And then I thought, after a couple of years, I thought, no, you know what, enough bullshit. I'm not going to be controlled by these idiots, by these people. They don't know what I'm like. They don't know my mentality. They don't know what it's like to be autistic for a starting point. They don't know what it's like to have anxiety constantly, every fucking day, every minute of the day. And I'm not going to keep being controlled and made to feel worthless. So I took control back of my own channel and my own streams. And gaslighting is such a bad problem because it appears like people care about you. They're like, oh, well, Gemma, you know, you'll just do this and, you know, you'll say this. And it's like, well, hold on a minute. No, because you're not giving me my voice. You're trying to control what I want to do when I want to do it. And you're not in charge of me on my channel. I'm not going to let someone try to gaslight me because they think they're powerful than me. It's ridiculous.
Exactly. And that's a big thing, especially being a YouTuber. And this is how we actually got onto the conversation, bringing it all back to YouTube. My channel, Lunatic Froggy. When I changed it from Froggy Love Paranormal,
Pay attention to this, people, because this.
Lunatic Dad and I went through every fucking possibility of Froggy. And the major part of Froggy is me. I am Froggy, 100%. Don't get me fucking wrong. I'm Froggy. We went through every possibility. The only one that stood out in the analytics was Lunatic Froggy. We did not change my name, Lunatic Froggy, to match Dad's name. Dad did not tell me to change my name to Lunatic Froggy. Dad told me that he had to go through hundreds of people to get to my name.
Yep.
And I already knew that because that weekend before, I went onto my nephew's phone, went to go look up Lunatic Froggy, and I still had Froggy Love Paranormal, and I had to search it. So at that point in time, when I had to search it, I'm like, fuck, my name should be up top. Why ain't my name up top? I need to get my name up top.
Mm-hmm. True.
So again, my thought process was already, I need to change my name. Dad mentioned it again. Therefore, my brain went into switch my name. Now, go further. When I'm sick, Dad's like, why don't you put a compilation up? Why don't you put a video up? He gives me suggestions.
Sure.
Never once in my whole channel has he ever said, go do this. He says, why don't you?
Yeah, I have always given suggestions or whatever the case may be, but at the bottom line, like I said, Froggy, you got to understand. And she hit it right on the head. I mean, she was so far buried in the algorithm. I was like, girl, you're going to go ahead, put up a video, get 12, 15 views because you're so buried in everything else. Yes.
Exactly.
And not only that, yeah, did I take it as an honor? Of course I did. I mean, I'm not going to lie that she added lunatic as part of her name. Yeah, for my own self feeling good and I see that and everything else. Sure, I'm dad don't lie to people. I'll tell you straight up honest. I don't lie to you or whatever. I mean, yeah, was there a part of it that I was like, oh, that's fucking pretty fucking cool. But that was her decision. But that was her decision what she wanted to do. She could have just left it the way it was, and it is what it is. I mean, but again, if the amount of time that she puts into this and everything else, I'm like, there's got to be some type of reward at the end of the fucking tunnel. I mean, I'm sorry, I say this all the time. Gemma falls into this category and everything else, and she does not do it neither. Like what you go live, she will not be like, hey, if you want to donate it, you'll never hear that a peep out of her mouth. Not one thing. Why? Because she feels uncomfortable or people will accuse her of things and everything else. But even over the years, I tried to teach Gemma there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, if you want to go ahead or whatever, mention it 1 or 2 times in the whole stream. There is nothing wrong with that because you're paying money. You're paying money for this shit and everything else. And if your people enjoy your content, they may go ahead and shoot you $5 or $10 or whatever the fuck it is. And you know, but there's a difference between like here, I'm gonna give a channel. This is way back in the day. Gemma knows the channel. Pusha Studios. Okay. It was all about there was certain channels that's all they did was donate to me, donate to me, donate to me, donate to me. After a while, you're like, you ain't even doing any fucking content.
Why?
You are not doing any content here whatsoever. Okay. Fuck you, man. Anyway, so at the dude, you got damn fingernail paint on your fucking nails. Get away from me. I didn't raise you to do that. I didn't raise you to do that.
I like his black nails.
No,
I like them.
No.
I like
them. Don't encourage this. No, they did say they like it.
Matt, when you come back and look at my channel, which Dad has said you watch my channel, I like your black nails.
Yeah, well, whatever. I just again see we YouTube breaking news. Is this a guy? Gay pride? Oh yeah, I am. It is. See, that's what I'm saying. YouTube breaking news. I've been trying to.
You know what? At the end of the day, it does not matter whether or not you're gay, straight, bi, asexual, bisexual. You like
raised to do that.
Furries. You
no,
like
I was not.
The whole 9 yards. It does not matter as long as you like doing what you like doing. Yes. When it matters is when you push it off onto other people. Which, here again, we have another huge topic.
YouTube breaking news. Just to let Froggy know, YouTube breaking news is a troll. He's trolled me on multiple other accounts. He's a troll.
That's all right.
Well, that will get him.
I'm going to turn YouTube breaking news into one of my best fucking friends. Give me a high five, YouTube breaking news. Come on now. Come on, listen.
Don't let the trolls bother you because at the end of the day.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying he keeps changing his name, but he's a troll.
Okay.
He's been trolling me for months.
Sweetheart, I've been doing 9 years. I don't even worry about that. I thank you for the watch time. Stay in there, please.
So here's where we get into the dilemma of why. Again, we're going to break it down into society. Why are we pushing our belief systems off onto other people? And Dad, this does not include you because never once have I heard you say this, but I'm going to go with Catholics, Christians.
Yeah. Bringing up religion on a Sunday.
Jehovah Witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that come, all the fucking ones that come to your door. There's 2 of them. There's so many fucking religions. Why are we pushing our thought processes onto other people? Now, I will tell you, here's where this breaks down, and Dad never does this, and my grandma never does this. But when we buried my grandma, may she rest in peace, my Uncle Jim got up, grabbed that mic, and said, now is the time that you must surrender your sins to God. Let him. And I'm like, Jim, this is not the fucking time. This is your mother's fucking funeral. Shut up.
Mm.
It's like time and place. If I wanted to go to a sermon, I'd go to a sermon. I'm here to bury my fucking grandmother, your fucking mother. I don't care about God right now.
Mm.
Not true, I did. But again, it got pushed down our throats at a fucking funeral. Why? Why are we fucking pushing our religion, our belief systems down other people's throats? If you believe in something like Lunatic Dad, he 100% believes in God. I believe there is a God, a bunch of gods and goddesses, the lower class ones, demigods. That's what they're called. Demigods. And then I believe there's all the angels, the archangels, the hierarchy angels, the ones that do all the good shit for you. But there is always that higher power, that in charge person, that CEO of the grand scheme of the fucking universe.
True.
But never once do I push my shit down anybody else's throat.
True.
Dad, a Roman Catholic, never pushes his shit down other people's throat. We need to stop pushing fucking shit down people's throat. If you're gay, be gay. Be proud to be gay. Don't fucking hide it just because you think somebody's going to be mad at you for it. Because if they're mad at you for it, they never truly loved you.
This is the thing, Froggy, that me and Dad, when me and Dad stream together on my channel, Dad and me are very open about our faith. We talked about it. We've mentioned it a few times, and I'm not ashamed of being Christian. I'm not. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of the fact I believe in God. I know that I'm saved. I know I'm going to go to heaven when I die. But I don't preach it at people. Like, yes, I do my videos with a Christian theme to them or Christian message, but I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, well, if you don't believe in God or whatever, you're not welcome on my channel. No, I welcome everybody, but my faith is my faith. I'm not going to preach it to people. Like you said, like Dad doesn't, you don't. It's our own individual faith. My faith to me keeps me grounded. My faith is the center of me. Without my faith, I'm screwed.
Okay, now going off of that,
Well
do
said.
you believe in manifesting what you want?
Well,
I would say no, because that's New Age practices, and New Age is not part of the
No,
Christian.
it's not. No, the fuck it's not. You take that old Bible, they will 100% tell you that you need to work for what you want. How do you work for something? You get an idea in your head and you push towards that idea. What is that called? Manifesting. Because you're manifesting that idea in your head in the first place. And then you're striving and you're pushing and you're grinding and you're working hard to get it. God did it himself when he created the universe. He had an idea in his head. So manifestation started way the fuck back when.
True.
Yeah, I guess now that you've put it like that, I guess it's the way that God did it. But for me, I choose to. My way of manifesting is by prayer. I pray into things. If God wants me to do certain things, if he wants me to connect with certain people, like when I do a lot of my autism work here in the UK, I will pray about it before I do it. Because if it doesn't sit right with God, it doesn't sit right with me.
Right, and that
it doesn't
becomes
sit
your
with me, I won't do it because
and
I want it to be God led. I don't want it to be just my own selfish. I want this, therefore I'm doing it. No,
and that,
Exactly.
and that becomes your individuality and everything else, your preference in which how you want to express your faith and everything else. I mean, some people are very introverted, some people are very outroverted and everything else. Now,
Yeah.
dad chooses to keep it within himself and everything else, but not every Christian, not every Catholic, not every Muslim, not every Judaism or whatever faith, or some people
Whatever
believe,
faith you believe
know.
in is whatever faith you believe in. I'm not going to push my faith down anybody. In this panel, there is no, we do not push ours towards other people. But again, the manifestation of things is where people don't understand that it can cross in all different religions, and it's not really manifestation. What it is you come up with an idea. Gemma prays for it. Hey, God, I understand you have control over the wheel at this point in time. Is this a good idea?
Yeah.
Dad, he brings it to God and he brings it to Mom. Mom, I really don't know if this is a good idea. What do you think? There's that reason. There's that chip. We're gonna put it this way. In the story of Pinocchio was he wanted to be a little boy. He became a real boy, but he had to listen to Jiminy Cricket. But now, was Jiminy Cricket a good or bad person?
Well, if you're asking me, I have no fucking clue. Honestly, you had to bring fucking Pinocchio into this. Boy,
Yes.
I want to see how you tie this in. Go ahead.
The reason I tie it in is because as we continue our processing and our manifestation, we have to think, is this a good person? No, Pinocchio never stopped to think whether or not Jiminy Cricket was a good person, and he got in a bunch of trouble. We as people need to stop and use our brain, or ask God or your goddesses or whatever you believe in, on whether or not people are good people. Because if you're watching somebody and you're getting this vibe like, I don't really know, why are you continuing watching them? And it's just like anything else. If you're okay, I'm striving 100% to be a YouTuber. I want to put out great content. I want to work on my editing skills and all of this stuff. What does Dad do? He helps me 100%. He helps me.
I would debate that. That would be a debate for another
I'm
time.
going to debate your fucking ass.
No, I may inspire you, but at the end of the day, it's your talent to do the research and learn how to do things and everything else. Because everybody knows Dad does not know how to do fucking editing worth of
What
shit.
is inspiration?
Oh, inspiration's different. I get you to go ahead and push forward.
Helping me.
There's two types of inspiration. There's, me and Dad have touched on this topic before briefly. Inspiration, there's two forms of it. You've got inspiration as someone, it's a positive reinforcement to encourage someone, but within the disability community, me and Dad have talked about this before, there is called inspiration porn, and people use people with mental health issues, disabilities and physical conditions as a way to take advantage, and it's getting more and more prevalent on the YouTube platform, more prevalent on Instagram. I've seen multiple videos of people with disabilities, physical health issues, mental health issues being so badly made fun of and abused in videos, saying, oh, well, you're nothing but this and you're nothing but that, and I'm not going to repeat certain words that are used in these videos. And it's a bad thing, because it then leads all people with disabilities to be tarred in one box, and all people with disabilities and physical issues are different, and we have to be careful where we draw the line between being abusive with inspiration and being positive with it, and then using it as a way to control people and being nasty and being bullies. So there's a fine line between being inspiring in a good way and helping people, and then there's the bad way of going, actually, just use this inspiring person as a way to make fun of.
Right. And again, we have to stop and think whether or not we're around good people or bad people.
Yeah.
Guilty by association, Dad always says. If you're going to surround yourself, if you're going to surround yourself with negative-minded people that have intentions of hurting others or try to have their own self-interest and only their own self-interest, there's nothing wrong with having some own self-interest on YouTube. First off, again,
it's your channel.
You got to have some self-interest, but on the flip side of it, you also got to make sure that, hey, I'm also supporting other people and everything else. It's not completely about me, because each and every one of us on this panel, in this fucked up YouTube universe and everything else, we all depend on each other. Because if nobody watched nobody's shit, there would be no fucking YouTube. Period. There is none, and
No.
we are dependent on each and other and people who we associate with and everything else. I mean, here, I'll tell you right now, if there was somebody that is sitting out in here in the chat or whatever, and you went to somebody's channel or whatever, and it's just nothing but negativity, nothing but bashing other people, throwing up videos of crushing people and everything else, does that really get you excited? Does that really get you to where you're like, man, I want to get with that community and everything else? Now, Dad's community is very vast. Okay, I mean it's I mean there's a lot of bad also in Dad's community. Okay, and I can't control sometimes some people that go
We
on
can't
the
control what
hinge.
other people do.
I can't. But what I can control is me responding to that negativity. Sometimes I'll try to take a negative person. Literally, I will, and I have done it over the years. I will take a troll or whatever that'll troll Dad and everything, and I have literally turned that troll completely the other, a good troll. There's good and bad trolls. There are some good trolls that'll just be funny and talk shit or whatever. They mean no harm or nothing or whatever. They'll come to your streams, they'll come watch your videos, talk shit or whatever, and they're like, all right, hey man, it's been fun or whatever. Now you got the other kind of trolls that are hell bent on, they want to take your happy ass down. They don't want to see you around on social medias whatsoever. I mean, across the board. Gemma's been through this massively. Froggy, you know damn well what the hell you've been through and everything else, the shit I know of and everything. I mean, so we've all, everybody, it's not just us three, it's everywhere on YouTube. You're going to have the good and bad and everything else. You have to differentiate the difference, and you have to know what, if you could possibly, maybe, my greatest thing that I always love when I try to take a person who has hate in their heart for me, and I can turn that into just, hey, yeah, I like you or whatever. And that's a great feeling, because you've turned a negative into a positive, and that's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
Well, Dad, you also got to remember that there are people, and I will tell you 100%, there are people out there who don't understand who you are, but they're going off the basis of things that they heard from somebody else. And if you're that type of person that's going to go hate somebody because somebody else says something, then you might as well just go right ahead and stay over with those people, because at the end of the day, you are no better than they are. You're not coming over to give that person a chance. You're coming over to hate on them.
Mhm.
I will tell you, hate watch is hate watch, but and there is a YouTuber I personally know of. She is on the larger, fluffier scale, but she gets a lot of hate watch. Why does she get a lot of hate watch? Because she lies constantly.
Mhm.
She lies, she manipulates, she's toxic.
True.
And who
True.
does she hang around with? And this is where Gemma comes into place. She hangs around with people like myself and Gemma. Easy manipulated, easy gaslight, the whole 9 yards.
But Gemma has evolved over time, because
Oh
She's
yeah.
worked really hard on herself
I
not
was
to
gonna
be
say,
gaslight
yeah,
and
because I was gonna say,
manipulated.
in the
I've I've
beginning,
Understand in
I've had
general.
a lot of hate over the years, like being like Dad has said to you before, and like when I was streaming with Dad before, because I've been associated with Dad for such a long time, and I've been
I've
one of his
caused her a lot of
closest
hate. I've caused her a
people.
lot
I've
of
had a
hate.
lot of shit thrown at me to the point where I've been called a fraud, I've been called a liar, I've been called manipulative, I've been called controlling, I've been accused of running Dad's channel, I've been accused of nicking Dad's subs, I've been accused of making Dad donate to me. I've had all sorts of shit thrown at me in emails, messages, comments, everything. I've had it.
Mhm.
I've
But
had
at the
And
people
Gemma,
basically say to me, "Oh,
how
without
many
Dad, you'll
times
be nothing."
Gemma, have I told you over a period of time and everything else, that sometimes where I've apologized to you for you knowing me and everything else, because of the grief in which I brought upon you? And then trust me, Froggy, believe me, it was bad and everything. And I've always told her, I said, listen, I'm by your side and everything else, but this is the bad part of associating with Lunatic Dad. This is what she went through was evil and maniacal. And
Well,
I mean,
Dad, I've already
it's just
gotten the hate.
it's just begun. It's just
It's
begun.
come my way. And you know what I've said at the end of the day?
What's
You
good,
can
Blue Hole?
fucking hate me or love me, but that man is my fucking mentor. He's the one that has been teaching me. I have
Right.
asked so many of my friends, hey, can you teach me how to edit? Dad has said, I don't know how to edit. Go look at some of these videos and we'll work through it. The first compilation I did of Dad, yeah, it was okay. The second compilation I made of Dad was fucking banger. The third compilation and fourth compilation, they need a little bit of work. They need a little bit of tweaking. Am I going to take them down? No, because they are still good work.
Mhm.
But I know what I need to do. I rushed so fucking
Hi,
much.
Chris.
Hi, Chris. So much throughout the whole fucking compilation because I was in a rush myself because I did not feel good. And again, that affects how my mental capabilities affects my everything else.
Mhm. Mhm.
So when I'm sick, I'm not going to post a lot. I'm sorry. But hopefully this next week or the following week after that, I will be able to, hey, here's where me and Dad could sit down. We got a bunch of videos put in the archives. So when I am sick, there is something to put out for you guys.
But I mean, getting back to this of trusting people and everything else is that and I've recently had to go through this and everything where you're close to people or whatever the case may be, and you hear something and then you find out shit not to be true and everything else, and you literally have proof given to you about things that are not true and everything else. That's probably the biggest thing that has ever hurt Dad on social medias or whatever. I've always said, be honest, be yourself. Don't ever, because I won't lie to you. I will never lie
Right.
to you. If I tell you, hey, I'm not around, it's not that I'm sitting in front of my computer watching your stream telling you I'm not around. I mean, if I'm not around, I'm not around. If I'm out doing shit and everything, especially when it's getting nice and everything else. I mean, hell, there's a hell of a lot of times where Dad's like, man, do I really want to sit and do a live stream when I can be out on an 80-degree day, sunny, my day off, and Mama wants to do yard work or whatever? Would I rather do that? Yes. Yes. Would I rather be with my wife doing shit? Yes.
Hell yeah.
But I try to find a
Yeah,
time,
of
and,
course,
and
yeah.
I'm guilty of this, and I will say I'm guilty of this. Gemma has, and I'll see, Dad calls his own shit out too. If you don't know anything about me, you will find that out
Yeah.
about
Oh,
me.
yeah.
There, I have not made the concerted effort the way I should have of going on Gemma's channel. Okay, I'm guilty as charged. Okay, there's times where I'm like, yeah, I could have made the time, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do something else or whatever the case may be. I'm guilty, and the only reason why I'm not giving this as an excuse, but when you do so much live streaming on so many channels and you do so much content of your own and everything else, I just don't
It wears him
have the
down.
energy. I just don't have the
Yeah,
energy.
yeah.
But
Me and Dad, like I know that Dad has a lot to do with home life and with his work and stuff. Like I know Dad will catch up with me when he can. Like, I message him behind the scenes a lot of the times. I'll be like, Dad, I've got this idea, or Dad, I need advice about something, and Dad will reply to me when he can get to me, because I know full well when he does get to me, we'll have such a good catch up that I'm more than happy with that, because I know that I've got time to bond with him and time to spend with him. Whereas when people say to me, oh, like recently I had someone in my comment section say to me, oh, where is your loyalty to Lunatic Dad gone, you backstabber, da, da, da. And I've had people come at me and say that I'm backstabbing Dad. I'm like, what the fuck, are you joking? Like, I would never backstab Dad, what the hell? And then
that
people
should
are like, oh,
never
well,
happen.
you're
That should
not
never
loyal to Dad anymore, you don't seem to want to talk to him. And I'm like, you guys don't know the half of what I talked to him about. Like,
No,
See,
what
and
the fuck?
and I follow you, sweetheart. When you go do your Elvis shows and you go watch Elvis and everything else, Dad still follows your life, and I'm still
Yes.
watching and everything else.
And I
Just,
brought this.
I mean, that's
I'm
just
gonna
me.
cut in. I brought this up to many fucking people, and I'm gonna throw this out on my panel and for everybody and anybody. If you go to Dad's page and he is not following us anymore, he is not talking to us. But if your shit is still the fuck up there, if our shit's still the fuck up there, and his shit's still on my shit and Gemma's shit, we're still fucking talking.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Sure.
Yeah,
Just
it doesn't matter
because
if we're doing stuff online or offline. Dad still talks to us regardless. Like me, Dad, Froggy will talk offline. Like I don't just talk to Dad online. I'm very close to Dad behind the scenes. I talk to him offline. So
I
you
mean,
guys
not as much as we used to. I mean, not
no,
as
but
much as we used to.
still.
But once
Dad's
you
also
have,
been working hard with me to get where I need to be. And
but
that's part of it.
once you have an affection for somebody, I mean, a true affection, not just social medias. Okay, when you're
No.
involved and you care about a person's family, you care about what's going on behind their scenes, not what the fuck is on social medias and everything else. Then that's special. To Dad,
I
that's
actually
special.
think Dad was the very first, Dad and Mom were the very first people that found out we had a litter of puppies.
Yep.
Literally, as soon as we know, Chris.
Oh.
We fucking know.
Chris, don't talk shit. I'm gonna call you out on your BS right now. You know how to talk.
He
Don't
doesn't.
lie.
No,
No,
he doesn't.
he don't.
No, he doesn't.
Do
No, no.
you know
no,
how
he
many
doesn't.
times, unless you get a hold of him, he calls me all the time, but unless other people get a hold of him, he does not answer them or he doesn't reach out to them because his brain processes, I don't have a message. And I've literally watched it because I've been on like a video call with him and I'm like, hey, have you heard or talked to Dad lately? And I think you were on a sabbatical at that point in time.
I'm still
Dad.
on my sabbatical right now. I'm just sitting there thing because Mama went out and I said, well, I haven't shown my ugly mug on social medias in a while on a live stream. That I mean,
No, it was a different sabbatical.
but there's you got to understand though. You got to understand, and I'll say it over and over again. When you've been on social media's YouTube for so long, you better take a break from time to time where you still keep in touch with certain people or whatever or talk
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
But you're just like me. I mean, today we talked. I was like, hey, fuck it, let's go live, whatever.
Right.
I felt it, but you're gonna see Froggy. You got to understand, honey. Like you got what 190 videos or whatever the hell it is.
Right.
Okay, try 1,100 videos and 400 live streams. Okay,
I would literally
like
fucking
Gemma has fucking content fucking coming out of her fucking wazoo, and
Yeah, I currently have
I've seen her
1,700
stop.
videos uploaded on my channel right now.
And I've seen you stop many times where you said, I'm overwhelmed. I need to take a break and everything else.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you don't do that, what ends up happening is your live streams will suck. They will suck.
Oh, yeah.
because you're gonna
Exactly.
say you're repetitive and you have no energy and everything else. And people don't want to come to a live stream where there is silence, over talking, 5 different people over talking each other, talking about shit that is so fucking. I mean, we got what me and Lunatic Froggy call is a fuck off stream where we're just bashing on each other and bashing on the chat. That's what we do. That's our way of like letting all the stress off where we don't give a shit. But when we get into topics or whatever the case may be, we don't like to go off topic. We like to stick on point because the people that are staying in here or whatever the case may be, they want to stay on point because they want to talk about something. But then when you start talking about, well, I got a midget up my ass or whatever the case may be, they don't want to fucking hear that when you're talking about Jesus Christ on a Sunday. I mean,
You're right.
I'm just saying.
Here's my thing. We stay on topic. Even right now, we're staying on topic based off the simple fact that we're going off of YouTube. First, we talked about women and men on YouTube and social medias on how it affects them. And we basically stayed on topic. And one of the reasons that I did bring up manifestation is because I fully, I'll repeat this again. Not them fully.
One more time. Just say it one more time.
I fully
Okay, go ahead.
believe that the harder I grind, the more I see those numbers in my head, calculating up and up and up, and really working hard on what I want, doing what I love doing.
To a certain degree, I agree 100% with you. When you're first,
I'm going to
to
succeed.
me, the way I look at it, Lunatic Froggy, okay, I look at it as you're new because
Right.
of the amount of material you have. Not new to the social medias,
No,
but
I've
to
been here for
YouTube.
5 years.
Right. You've been there a long time. Exactly. But you've gotten serious in the past 6 months. Not even. I mean, it's been like 4 months that you gotten really serious and everything else. And dad appreciates the hard work and everything else. And I'm like, okay, if I can do something to help you along the way, let's go. But and as I told you this, and I'll say this over and over again, you put in the hard work to bust your ass for such a long period of time. Only a damn fucking fool would go ahead and let that fucking go. There's no reason that if you're the type of person that busting your ass on your channel, working hard, putting up all the videos, all the live streams, going to people's shit and everything else, and then you just decide, like my channel could afford that. Okay, I can not upload something for 2 weeks and my channel will not be affected whatsoever.
Because
Okay,
you're in
it,
like
it
the
just won't.
thousands.
It's right. It's different. Okay, but I'm speaking from people like with Gemma. Her channel does get affected if she doesn't upload for a long extended period of time. Now
Yeah.
she
Oh
can get
yeah,
away
especially
with
recently.
3 4 days, right? But you can get away with 3 4 days. Okay, you can get away with that.
Yeah, I took
Okay,
a I took a 3 week break because of my nan passing, and I lost a lot of people interacting with me. I noticed a big drop. I was like, "What the hell?" I went into my analytics, and people were just as soon as I hit that break point, I was like, "Oh, boom!" And people just stopped clicking. It was like people just didn't want to know. And then as
and
soon as I
here's the
start
thing,
re-uploading again,
and
people have
and
started coming back.
and the people that are only close to dad, and I've been telling people this forever, forever. I pounded this home to Lunatic Froggy like she has no business. She will tell you when there is no fucking content, it is so easy to put up a compilation of Lunatic Dad. And the reason why I'm telling you, even if it gets you 200-300 views or whatever, them are 200-300 views you never would have gotten. And it's going to bring exposure to your channel that people are. Now, see, you're different, Gemma, because yours is very, very structured type channel.
Yeah,
Even though I've told you many times, please, sweetheart, start branching out, change it. So, I mean,
yeah,
keep your core, don't ever deviate from your core, but start adding in things like with Lunatic Froggy. She used to just do straight up fucking paranormal and some live streaming and everything else. I told her no, and then she started doing without dad saying a fucking word. She's got her fucking Tuesdays, she's got her Mondays, going to the flea markets. That had nothing to do with dad whatsoever. That was her ideas, what she wanted to do with her channel and everything else. And but that is what I call when you got a vast different type of array of content. Trust me, some people like here. I just put up a vlog, okay, on my channel. It's bombing. It's doing horrendous, okay. All right, I'm just letting you know it's doing bad. Why? Because people don't want to see Lunatic Dad fucking vlog. I mean, the people who know me for a long time or love me or whatever, care about me, yeah, they're gonna
Pranks
watch
and
it.
bashing shit.
Yeah, they want to see fucking destruction and dad and Kyle acting
yeah.
crazy. They ain't interested in no goddamn vlog, but dad's interested in the damn vlog. I'm interested in it and everything else because it was a beautiful Sunday morning and I wanted to do it and everything else. But the point I'm trying to make is see, in my eyes, I really believe with the dedication that Lunatic Froggy's doing, and she stays that course and everything else, I guarantee you within a year, she sits over 3,000 subs. And the only reason why is, and she's also going to get the activity. So you can have a large sub count, but if you don't have the activity, there's something going wrong. You need to
Yeah.
ask your people in the live stream, what is it that brings you to my channel? Start asking those questions. What is it? What do you want to see?
Hey,
What is
since we're live right now, what is it that brings you to my channel? What up, baby?
Hi, Vivi.
Anybody in the channel or watches this after the live stream, go ahead and tell me what brings you to my channel. And
TJ.
if you
Oh
say
my
Lunatic
God.
Dad,
TJ's
we love
woodworking.
you.
TJ,
Oh
What up,
holy
my
TJ? How you
God.
doing?
I haven't seen TJ
Wow.
in years.
I
Holy
have not
crap.
seen TJ myself in years. Holy shit.
Holy crap.
How the
TJ's
hell
one of my
are you?
he's one of my loyal followers from Dad's channel.
Wow,
Holy
that's a
crap!
long time ago.
TJ just blew the whole panel away. What
Yeah,
up, TJ?
seriously, it's
Yeah,
like
TJ used to leave me comments nearly every day. I used to see his name in my comment section nearly every day. He used to be hardcore follower of mine from Dad's channel.
nice.
Well, maybe he had something happen that he just had to step away for a second.
True.
And that's another
Yeah.
thing. There is a point in time where people do have to just step away. And that's understandable.
Mhm.
But make sure that your phone is with you 290%. Okay. He says, I'm back, guys. What up,
Welcome
TJ? I
back,
love
TJ.
that.
Missed you, buddy. Welcome back.
Well, let me see this.
Hiatuses are needed, true.
Give a thumbs up, guys. Please, please, please. TJ's a good one, guys. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah,
Okay?
TJ's a definitely good
Wow,
subscriber.
that shows you. Look. See, Dad's always an honest motherfucker. I'm always an honest motherfucker. What do you see? Dad is not subscribed to TJ
Oh,
anymore,
should
which
I better check
means,
mine actually? Oops.
which means,
I bet.
that YouTube unsubscribed me due to something because I know. Well, I better get that back. I better get that back taken care of. Just saying. Wow,
I just subscribed to him.
no, I'm just
Yeah, I'm now
yeah, a month
checking.
ago. Yeah, see here is a prime example. TJ last uploaded a month ago, right? Then it was 4 months ago. Okay, now that is he past live streams 5 years ago.
I've just had to resubscribe to TJ. My bell was off,
Yeah.
so I've just had to
Well,
resubscribe.
yeah.
So apparently there was something going on with TJ's channel where they were, and a lot of times what that is literally if you haven't posted a lot, they'll be like, oh, well, you're not watching them. So they'll start unsubscribing, which is stupid. But yeah, I had to step Jeff, I literally had to step away for 2 years. For 2 years, I deleted every fucking thing on my channel because there was a lot of hate on my channel that was not coming from me. Blazing blowhole.
Yeah, well, but again, getting back to what I'm saying and everything is sometimes, in order to properly grow in my eyes, don't just limit yourself to one type of content. It's a doom for failure. I mean,
it is.
Believe me, and see, like in Gemma's case, like she'll upload stuff with Elvis Presley and everything. That is different from her norm. Talking about with autism and everything else. I encourage Gemma just keep on branching out. Or when she goes to the coffee shops and everything else, she'll record. Or when she's outdoors and everything. By the way, that was something that Dad told her many years ago to start uploading. But she was nervous.
Yes,
in the
I
beginning.
know. I finally started
she was
doing
very
it.
nervous being out in public and everything. But I said that once you get past the mental, a lot of YouTube and everything else when you're out in public is all mental. Because believe it or not, if you can get past that, that's saying, you know what, this is my job. If you put it in your mind, this is my job. Well, you got to show up to work, right?
Exactly. Well, and I want to point this out real quick, okay? Because I am disabled, I do not have.
I want to interrupt you real quick. TJ, just want to let you know, you get involved with Lunatic Dads community. You ain't gonna get no fucking hate, all right?
I will beat their fucking ass for you, TJ.
I'm just letting you know. I mean, TJ's good peeps, good peeps.
But I personally yes, YouTube is my job, and I'm 100% down for fucking working all the time. But even in a job, you can take sick days. So this week was me taking a sick week. I still put up content. So basically I went to work for 2 days, but I was sick. And now I have this wonderful disease called fibromyalgia, and walking on my own 2 feet literally feel like I am walking on a bed of nails. Better yet, Legos. It feels like I'm walking on. I strapped Legos to the bottom of my feet and walking on them. So me going out, you're not gonna see a lot. You're gonna see me walk around a little bit, Say, but I have a partner in crime that is fully functional, loves to walk trails, loves to go through the woods, cleans out lakes with all your little bobbers and lures and shit that you leave behind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He now has a stress chest strap that he can put his phone on. So you're going to see more content because he's able to do that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the oogie boogie spooky paranormal, you're not going to see him out there a lot. You're going to see mainly me behind the camera because, once again, I'm the oogie boogie spooky paranormal. Do I have to leave my house to do oogie spooky paranormal shit? Fuck no. You can ask Dad. Literally, that door was solid shut, just like
Sure
it is
was.
now.
Mm-hmm.
That shit opened on its own. I
It
had
did.
to push my chair back and slam it because my dogs were running to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Like, freedom!
Mm-hmm. But again, what would you say is, even though you love doing your paranormal, but yet you know that is your weakest point, not what you can do, but what is watched on your channel? Because I've seen it. I've seen it over a period of time and everything else. Now, and it's the same thing like with ABRAXAS. Now, he is predominantly paranormal, 99.9% of his channel. Okay. But and like I said, this is not me critiquing or putting down people that I know and care about and everything else. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that by just limiting your content, you are now also limiting the different communities. Okay, you are limiting your different communities, and that is something that, again, I only try to give some advice. Maybe I come off as sometimes being what's the word, oh,
Asshole.
yeah, that's a good word. And it's something but that is dad and everything else, but I'm doing it out of, if you want to go ahead and get it to the next level. Like I
Right.
said, Gemma's been doing this a long time, and I've seen this little girl go from 1,000 subs all the way pushing towards 6,000. Okay, I've seen the growth and everything else, and trust me, it's her hard work that is doing that. It is her determination that is doing that. Excuse me. But again, but I see the same thing in you, Lunatic Froggy. I see the same thing because your dedication is something that is second to none. I mean, it really is. I mean, me personally, I did that in the beginning, but Dad don't have. I don't have to do it anymore. I don't, and
Well,
that may sound bad to people or whatever, but Dad
Take
does
care,
not.
TJ.
I don't have to do it.
here's my thing. I There are points and times that I can't do shit because of my fibromyalgia, and I feel horrible for it. Sitting in a recliner, even doing a live stream off of my cell phone, is too much. Why? Because I can't hold my phone up. I can't hold my arm up. I can't hold my neck up. It hurts. I lay in bed and cry. It hurts. Gummies don't help. Well,
But I
they
know
help
the
take the pain away, but I sleep.
warmer weather should help fibromyalgia because Mama has it, and when
Yes,
it's warmer, it's less. And she still has it, feels it, but it's less intense. It's more bearable.
exactly. Unless you're sick.
Or if there's a lot of like moisture, like say if there's a lot of rain, her fibromyalgia will act up like 24 hours before it even fucking rains. She's like,
Right.
it's for sure gonna storm tomorrow. And I'm like, how do you know? She's like, trust me, I can feel it. I'm hurting. And I'm like, wow, I didn't realize that.
Well, see, and that's the thing. We've also, Dad, you heard me say, we have horrible storms. We were having horrible storms. Like, literally, I was driving my car to the store and almost got hit by lightning. Horrible storms.
Well,
Like,
you
I
get hit
could
by an
see
open
the
door.
lightning coming up out of the ground. Because
Hmm.
remember, lightning doesn't come down, it goes up.
Hmm.
Like, that shit was right in front of me. Scary as fuck. Kind of funny, but only I would think that. But literally, I That did not help nothing. I was sick. I was miserable. I was coughing. I was losing my voice. And I think a lot of it was because literally we did all of our videos that whole week, right? Number mind you, we have to go back 2 weeks ago before this last week because it all course affects into each other. We did all of our videos. I did a birthday stream for my daughter on Saturday. I did a birthday stream for who was after my daughter?
Mike.
Nope, that was Alex and Mike. There was another one in there.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to think of who it was.
There she goes again. Thinking.
But
Fuck.
right? But I did 2 birthday streams and then we did all of our recordings and then we did lives and then we did the longest lives and then we did 2 more birthday streams and then you and I did that long ass stream. At the end of it, I was wore down. I couldn't talk. My throat hurt.
Hmm. Hmm. And that's the thing. That's the thing. See, that's the thing of that.
Thank you, Joho. I do, yeah.
But again, every YouTuber that is starting up, and in your case, restarting, because like you said, you had a lot of other videos before, and you took rid of them all and everything else, right? You
Right.
did that. I mean, I wish that you didn't, because that would have probably already had you where you needed to be almost. But I get it. I get it. But at the end of the day, I mean, if you think about it, you guys, people don't realize the hard work that a YouTuber starting out or whatever goes through. I mean, that is a subject that only people starting out trying to get to that level, trying to get to a certain point on YouTube. See, Gemma's already made it there, believe it or not. Now her job is to maintain. I've
Right.
already made it there. I don't even have to maintain, believe it or not. I don't.
Yeah.
Is that because my content is just gonna live forever because people like fucked up shit. I mean, I am a fucked up channel, no doubt about it. But no, it's true. But once you get to the level of, like I showed you Froggy privately,
Right.
on 1 month, I get 24.6K hours in 1 month. That's 1 month. Okay. So, I mean, I don't have to do anything if I wanted to for 6 months and still have YouTube pay me. Well, pay Kyle, not me. 'Cause I
Well,
don't,
exactly.
not my
The work that a
dickhead is
beginner
in here.
I will tell you, unless you are a size like 3, 4, got the big boobs, and you're sitting up here fucking dancing all the time on live streams, it's a lot of work to grow your channel. It's a lot of dedication.
Yes.
And that's where, as I was talking to Roy, and I didn't realize how bad I was getting. I was pushing myself and pushing myself and pushing myself. He could see the pain in my face every day as I walked.
Mhm.
He could hear me fucking, yeah, I'm good. I gotta go sit down, but I'm good.
Mhm.
He could hear that. And he's like, stop pushing yourself. You
Mhm.
have 2 capable bodies. You want to go to a lake and just sit and meditate? Let's go. I'll record.
Mhm.
I can take Jordan. We'll go do something. You sit and meditate.
Mhm. And how many times have I told you? Use and abuse Lunatic Dad's channel. And I say that over and over again. When you got a lull on your fucking channel, put together 3 fucking videos. Put it together. Put it a fucking whatever. Like this last one, I really thought that it should have done even a lot better than that because I've never seen a prank compilation ever on. I know I'd never done it or whatever. I mean, it was
I had to go
fantastic.
through all of the pranks. It was fun watching all of those pranks.
Yeah,
There
but
was actually like 15 more, but I didn't realize how long the video was until I threw it into the compilation. And I'm like, we got to start deleting this one, and this
well,
one, and this one. And I had like 10, I want to say almost 20 pranks, 20 tabs of your pranks up.
mhm. But the point being is that I'm trying to get across is that you know sometimes people they don't like to share their content and put it out there.
Right.
Whatever they're like, no, you can't use that. You can't do that. Dad, on the other hand, you guys are fam to me. So what the fuck do I care? I really don't care. I mean, like I said, there is one of yours that eventually Kyle's gonna take and put it onto our channel, which is the prank one. I mean, he
Uh,
wants that one. He's seen that. He was like, that was very well put
the
together.
prank one or
The
like
prank one.
father like son?
No, the prank one. He likes that because well, like I said, I got a reputation of me and Kyle hate each other, and it's nothing but destruction and everything else. But there's so much more to my channel than that. So much more.
Right.
But people don't want to watch the so much more part.
Well,
You
see,
know.
and that's the thing with the pranks. That's where I wanted to show that it's out of fun and love.
Hmm.
Yeah, you get mad and he gets mad, but it's out of fun and love.
Yep. It
Now,
is.
Yeah, there's more than just the reactions and pranks that Dad does, though. That's the thing. Like that, a lot of people don't know that Dad has done a lot of interviews with other YouTubers. He's done interviews with me. There's other interviews he's done with other channels, and
don't say
Dad
that.
is such a natural interviewer to people. Like Dad makes people feel really relaxed. Like if you actually go onto his channel and watch the interviews, you'll be surprised at how different Dad is compared to the prank and reaction videos. Dad is so much more down to earth and relaxed on the interviews. You can tell in his face. You can tell the way he sits. He's more
Oh,
himself.
I know.
Himself.
Trust me, Gemma. I have a video coming for Father's Day. I'm literally starting it now because there's so much I have to go through.
Like
But
that is different.
But one thing I want to make an announcement, so everybody's here and listening to everything else. Lunatic Froggy, my daughter Gemma Journey Grace are going to be doing their own podcast together without the man himself. No, I got nothing to do with it. Got nothing to do with it. But I will promote the fuck out of it. That's for damn sure, and everything else.
Yeah,
So-
we're meeting up
Yeah, we're gonna do
tomorrow.
that tomorrow. So
And we're talking about
be morning your time.
right. Well, it'd be noonish my time, which is when I normally get out of bed, anyways.
Yeah, that's once she gets done rubbing it out.
We're gonna be talking all things like disability and mental health and the struggles that in particular women go through with women with disabilities, because again, disability, especially on YouTube and Instagram, is very men based, and that annoys me because yes, men are disabled, yes, men have disabilities, don't get me wrong, I get that, but why is there such a focus on the men's side of things when women are disabled too? But yet, because women mask and we cope and we supposedly function to a point where
because
people don't
we're
see
assholes and we don't let
get
us
ignored.
stop us.
So
And that's the thing, though. Literally, I will straight up tell you right here, right now, 100%. A man, when they get disabled to the point they cannot work again, you just cut off their fucking dick.
Wow.
And they're
Yeah.
learning how to live again without one. So they're going to bitch and gripe and make it so it's, you understand he's disabled. He can't do that. A woman with a disability, we're like, okay, well, we've had 2 fucking kids. We pushed them out of the size of a fucking melon. Oh, I'm sorry. It's cookie. That's what it was.
I was gonna say a
cookie.
melon. Now I'm like, man, you're pretty wide down there, girl. Jesus Christ.
We push them out the size of a fucking cookie. Now, remember, I've had 4 kids. So we're used to functioning while we're not capable of doing things. So we push ourselves more and more and more and more. And then when we're finally like, I just need a fucking day to relax. I need a day. Don't fucking bother me. I don't want to go do nothing. I don't want to talk to people. Well, I don't understand why you're so upset today.
Oh, that really irritates me, because that's one thing me and Dad have talked about. When people have said to me in front of Dad before, when I've been having one of my anxiety episodes, and people said to Dad, oh, what's Gemma's fucking problem? You know, why is she being so rude? And like, why is she not replying to stuff? And Dad's like, look, Gemma's not having a good day today. She's very anxious. You know, I've had a really high stressful environment that I've been in, and my brain's just gone, you know what? No, 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 no. Fuck, bang, 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 and I've lost my shit. And then people
Right.
are, oh, and then I get in trouble because people are like, oh, you're rude. Like, what the hell? You've got attitude. And I'm like, no, I haven't, because my brain's had enough. I can't do anymore.
Well, exactly. And that's the thing. You're welcome thinking of others. I love talking about this because I live with it, and so does my mother. Now,
Hey, thinking.
here's my thing. Okay, you got our aspects of it where we're literally in pain constantly. We talk about it. We acknowledge this is this, and this is how we have to learn how to function.
Yep.
But in my case, in Mama's case, and even my mother's case, because once again, my mother has multiple sclerosis to the point there are days she cannot get out of bed, and Greg has to pick her up and put her out of bed. Okay, there are cases like that where we have what people call caregivers.
Mhm.
What people don't understand is we push ourselves to the point we have to have a caregiver. Mama,
Right.
even with everything she goes through, and let me tell you, stress can cause Mama to pass out.
Mm.
Dad can testify, stress can cause Mama to have bad
Yes.
reactions.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
She's still 100%, you know what? I'm not dealing with this, and walks away from it. Lets them do what they have to do, and then they have to replace it. But Mama strives every day, and any fucking video you hear on Lady Talk Sunday, you will hear Mom say, I strive. I feel like a failure because I'm not working. She can't even be up for 3 hours, but she still wants to be working.
Well, on the flip side of that, also like in my wife's case and everything else, is that she sometimes puts too much on her plate instead of
Right.
taking a piece by piece and everything else. And I always tell her, you don't need to do all that. All these kids are grown and everything else. But I can never ever feel what a mother feels. I mean,
And I'm
some women will say, I don't care if my kid's 40 years old. That's still my kid and everything.
no,
Me
no,
as a
no.
man, my mentality is, hey, buckle up, Jim Shoe. Let's fucking go. You do your fucking thing. You deal with all the heartache or
Exactly.
whatever, even though
But
I know you're gonna do stupid shit.
Dad and Mama explained this on a Saturday, okay? Or on a Sunday. Mama explained this. The reason she continues to do all this stuff for the children and for you and constantly is go, 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 is because she feels like she's not doing it, pulling her weight because she can't work. And that is a lot of people who are disabled. When we're disabled and we're dating healthy body people, we feel like we're not helping enough to make sure that,
But then that is the person who they're with to reassure them and saying, hey, point out all the positives, point out everything that person does. Hey, you cook, you clean, take care of the kids, you take care of me, you take care of the outside, you take care of everything.
exactly.
When the kids were all coming up, you were a teacher and everything, helping them with their homework and all this other stuff.
Well,
And I told her, I said, I'd rather go ahead and go to work 16 hours a day than stay in this fucking house with these fucking 8 kids of mine. We're teaching them and then everything else coming up than anything I've ever done. That's why I always say my wife is the rock and soul of my family. Me, I'm a little bit different. Like my kids will treat me different as far as they're like, no, Dad, you gave us the best possible life that we could have ever wanted and everything else. We have never had to go without. We've always had nice things. We always had this, and that was a dedication to you. And I say, well, the only reason why I was able to go out and do those type of things is because I knew my partner in crime was taking care of business in the house, and I did not have to ever focus in on the house because I knew it was taken care of by Mama.
exactly. And that's what I pointed to Mama. I'm like,
Hey, Allie.
now, how how much does a chef make?
Hmm. Right.
How much does a taxi driver make? How much does a washer, or the people who wash laundry for you? I can't remember the name of it. But how much do they make? A tailor. How much do they make? How much does a housekeeper make? How much does this make? You literally have billions of jobs all wrapped into one. But now let's take Roy. I'm in bed. I'm not getting out of bed because walking on Legos hurts enough on a daily basis. Now you intensify that because I'm sick. Because once again, fibromyalgia is a mental disorder that causes your brain to constantly think you're in pain because the nerve receptacles in your body are sending those messages. So once again, it is a physical and a mental disorder in one. Who would have thought? But
And you can't take Lyrica, right? Because Lyrica is
I
one that
cannot
is
take
for.
any of them.
Mm. And
I
Mama just said
passed
that
out.
that's bad because she's listening to the live stream.
Right.
She said Lyrica is bad.
I black out. Literally, I black out. They have given me. I cannot take medication. I take an ibuprofen 800, and it's like I took 3 of them. Okay, because my body intensifies all of the medication that I get.
Well, isn't that kind of like in Gemma's case, what she going with her autism? Didn't you tell me way back in the day that there's some type of physical aspect of it that your body hurts? And I know we did this but like 5 years ago, and you
Yeah.
said something about autism and the physical pain that the body goes through, which I never did
Yeah,
understand.
so basically, like when I'm in a sensory overload state of mind, my body will hurt to the fact that my brain won't even communicate with me to let me know my body's hurting. And it's not until I try to move or, for instance, say I try to stretch, and the pain of physically stretching will hurt me so bad. My body feels like I have pins and needles and fire going up me, and I can't move to the point where I'm like, oh my god, I want to cry, I want to cry, I want to cry, I want to cry, and I can't get the tears out because I'm in so much pain. My body is just shutting down, and when I shut down, that's it. I get to a point where I'm screw everyone else. This world fucking sucks. Fuck you. I'm done, and I'll disappear because I need to go lay down because my body's in so much pain. I can't sit up. I can't see straight. I get to a point where I'm like, what the hell's wrong with me? I don't know that until once I start coming off the meltdown and back into function. I'm like, okay, so I've gone through all this shit pain, I've gone through all these tears, I've gone through all this sleeping, to then all of a sudden my body will then act like nothing's happened to me. And I'm like,
I
no,
can actually explain that for you, Gemma,
yes.
if you really want to know. The reason why is because while you're in a high functioning mode, your brain is so overworking that even the pain receptacle in your brain, it is receiving, I'm in pain, I'm in pain, I'm in pain, I'm in pain. So then when you finally bring it back in and you're finally done and your brain's calmed down and you're not thinking, you're like,
Yeah.
your brain finally shuts down to the point you have to sleep
Yeah.
because your
But-
brain is so overworked. It's literally like stomping on the gas until your engine blows. That's exactly what it is.
No, Dad knows. One time I was on a phone call with him, and I said to Dad, because Dad had been upset by somebody on YouTube, and I was on the phone with him, and I was fine for the first couple of 3 hours. I was laughing, joking with him, and then all of a sudden the pain hit me. And I said to Dad, I was like, Dad, I don't feel so well. And Dad looked at me and goes, Gemma, what's wrong with you? And I literally couldn't tell him. I couldn't say where the pain was. It hit me like a ton of bricks. And I sat here and I literally cried to him. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with me? I was fine a little while ago. Now all of a sudden I'm crying. I'm tensing up. I feel like I can't breathe. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with me? And I had to leave the phone call because I couldn't communicate. There was no way I could sit here and talk to him because I had no words. I literally froze. I couldn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
horrible.
and
Scary.
especially, a lot of people don't realize that sometimes stress has so much to do with a lot of this stuff and everything else that actually it there's other symptoms. See, a lot of people, I mean, regardless of autism, I mean, anything you're going through or whatever, psychologically or physical, that sometimes, like I said, it's good when people talk to one another and everything else. Sometimes you kind of like forget about the pain for a little bit at that moment, but I'm not saying it takes it away. It's not a medicine, but it is very therapeutic to be able to have people
And
to talk to and
that's
everything else.
why I do Lady Talk Sunday with Mom, is because it gives her that outlet where she could just talk, be free and open,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
she can literally alleviate some of the stuff. And I love Mom so fucking much that I just want her to be able to express how she's feeling, what she's feeling, the stress and all of that. So she's around longer, because let me tell you, I fucking love Mama. I would be devastated if I lost Mama. I would be devastated if I lost Dad, because he is
You
a
you s-
dad figure to
you
me.
you'd still have 1,400 videos, darling. You'll be all right.
It's not the
Yes, I'm making a joke.
same.
I'm making a joke. I'm making a joke.
But at the end of the day, Mama, Lady Talk Sunday is a day Mama and I get to talk.
Mhm.
And we don't have a topic. It
No.
is free talking where we're just there. We're just,
Mhm.
it is what it is. We are there.
Well, and that's one thing. Like Mama has always, when it comes to Gemma, though, I'll tell you this right now. That's somebody that's in Mama's heart and everything else. I mean, she always has and everything else. And that's just like I said. It goes back to the time on who do you trust, who you surround yourself with, who makes you feel good, who makes uplifts you when you think that I'm a piece of shit, and someone brings you up and says, "No, you're not," or "Hey, you know what? You can
Yeah.
do it." Like I said, I remember when me and Lunatic Froggy, when we decided to start on her channel for real reels, not the shit that she had when she restarted into just a couple of videos and everything else. When we got together and decided to say, you know what? I've always seen a talent there. I seen it. And I was like, no, we're going to bring that fucking talent out. And we're going to say, fuck the haters. We ain't going to worry about whatever hate comes, whatever. We're not going to worry about this type of shit no more. Because you know what? The way I look at it is that if you got a talent, use it, show it, put it out there and everything else. You know what I'm saying? I can only stress it over and over again. We're only on this damn globe only so fucking long. Enjoy it and everything else. And it's okay to tell people that you're friends with or you care about, hey, I need a fucking break. I need to go ahead and recharge my batteries and everything else because I'm worthless. You guys are worthless with me, and vice versa. If you're completely like it becomes a job instead of some type of enjoyment, are you giving something to your chat? Are you talking about a topic we don't even know if any of us, you might have saved a person's life that's not even commenting in here when they're saying, wow, I'm not alone on this. I'm not, oh, I feel that way and everything else. Wow. So there is ways to get past this type of stuff and everything else. You could be helping. I told this to Gemma so many years. The stuff you talk about, because she used to tell me this all the time. I feel that I'm not helping nobody. I'm not doing this. And I always told her
Yep.
privately, stop. Stop with that
There
bullshit
might
right now.
actually be that one person that's listening that's just at their wits' end with being in pain. And let me tell you, being in pain constantly, constantly feeling like you're walking on Legos. I was thinking, said to the point, you're literally in a, you can't walk around the store. You start feeling worthless. You start feeling like, what the fuck? Why is my life like this? Why can't they figure this out? Why can't I take medication like a normal person and be better?
Because normal doesn't exist. Normal is a government societal controllable label that they smack on your face because they want you to do as you're told, when you're told, and it doesn't exist. We're not normal. Nobody is normal. God didn't create us to be normal. We are creating his image to be different. And the problem is the word normal is thrown around so many times. Oh, well, you just need to be normal. You need to act normal. You need to dress normal. And I'm like, like hell I'm going to be normal. No, thank you. I don't want to be normal and being controlled. I'm me. If you don't like it, hit the bricks.
Exactly. I'd rather be different than normal.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, maybe we are helping somebody, because I'll tell you right here, right now, still to this day, I'm looking at the time going, fuck, it's been 2 hours. I can feel it. My arm
Mhm.
hurts, my head hurts, my back hurts. But I'm enjoying the conversation. So why do I want to get off? And that's where my brain has to think, hey, dad, hey, we're hitting 2 hours. Mama's home.
Mhm.
Mama might have something. Gemma has a kid. Gemma has stuff she has to do.
Well, exactly, exactly. But I'm the same way, babies, both of you, and I love both of you dearly. Okay, is that there's times when, like I said, you'll see. Everybody knows, Dad, that when it gets a little bit too elongated or whatever, you'll see me moving around and everything because I got two bad
Yeah,
discs in my
that
lower
when
back.
Dad's had
I
enough,
literally.
like I know with Dad, he fidgets. Like he'll do like little slight movements, and I've watched him over the years when I've live streamed with Dad, and there's little body movements I can tell when he's getting pissed, and I'm like, okay, cut it, and I'm like,
No,
right, guys,
it's
and
not
I
that
know
I'm
when to
getting
end it.
pissed. It's just that my discs in my
And
back and
he's
everything else,
moving so
I'm
that way
feeling
he
it.
can get exactly. And you'll see me, and I'll sit here and I'll start stretching out my back just to get the motion in it. But
Mhm.
what people don't realize is I have what they call arthritic bone spurs.
Make sure you guys are sub to Ali Studio,
For
just so
me,
everybody
the
know.
thing that you notice with me is like when I know I've had enough
He's a
doing
good
live
man.
streams or I've been on a panel, you can tell I'm starting to get, especially with Dad. Dad knows me like a book. My eye
Mhm.
contact is really obvious. I'll start like roll my eyes, or I may look down, or Dad will be like, "Gemma, you've had enough," and I'll give him like a slight nod of my head, or I might like give him a hand signal, say I need to go, and I'll go like that because I've had enough. But
Yep.
Dad knows that, but a lot of people don't, and they say to me, "Oh, why does Gemma do so much weird like eye contact with her eyes and stuff?" And it's because I'm tired. My brain can't take no more, and I'm like, I'm done.
Well, see,
And
and I used to be like you, Gemma. I used to close my eyes when I talk to people all the fucking time. And somebody actually pointed it out to me, and he's like, "Why do you always talk with your fucking eyes closed?" And it's like, because then I don't
Oh,
have to see
I
your
should
ugly
let
ass.
him what.
But but it's not that. It's
you did
literally
not say that.
I did. It was to my ex landlord, and I hated that bastard. He deserved to be in jail. But that's a whole different story. But literally, the reason a lot of people with overstimulation things, when their eyes closed and you're sitting here and you're thinking and you're talking, the reason that your eyes are closing is because of the simple fact that your brain is trying to process that one thing at a time.
Right,
So
this is the
they're
thing that I
closing your
was
eyes
talking
so
about.
that
Yeah.
way you don't have to see it. That way you don't have to see and look around. You're literally just focusing on the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Mhm. Mhm.
But yeah, I literally had a ex landlord that he would always make fun of me because of my size or whatever. And homie deserved to be in jail. Was in jail many, many times. And he came over one day and he was just being a dickhead. And he goes, "Why are you talking with your eyes closed? Why are you talking like this?" And I go, "It's so I don't have to see your fucking ugly ass. No, get down on your knees and suck my imaginary dick."
That's like a
Whoa.
few months ago, I did a video about eye contact because I was getting so sick of the accusations about me
I've
faking my
seen it.
autism. And
Yep.
I was like, for the final fucking time, I'm done addressing this shit. I don't make eye contact because my autism makes me really struggle with it. My brain is overpowered by so much information in my head that I can't think straight. And three, should it fucking matter that I can't look at the fucking camera all the time? I try my best to force myself because I want to come across presentable and that I'm interacting with you guys. But there's times that my videos you won't see me look at the camera all the time because I'm so overwhelmed with information in my head. I can't. And if you make me look at the camera, I'm gonna melt down. Do you want me to
Hey,
have a meltdown on camera? No.
Gemma, can I give you some advice on how to handle it? Don't look at the camera. If you notice, I never look at my camera.
Yeah.
I look at the screen behind my camera.
That's the
If
coping mechanism I
you're
gave you.
wanting to
Mhm.
talk and act like you have that eye contact. Go up from your camera and look behind it.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah,
focusing on that.
camera's up
What's
here in my laptop, so
right? So
my
just
camera's up
look
there.
up.
I look in the middle of the screen.
Exactly. Or if you really want your eyes open, because you have pretty eyes, if you want your
Yes, I
eyes
do.
open, look behind it. Look up and behind it. And that's going to help it. So your brain is like, okay, well, I got to look in that corner. I got to look in
Yeah.
that corner of the wall. Now, me, if I'm looking in the corner of the wall, what am I looking at? I'm looking at the corner, but what are you guys seeing?
A naked man.
I bet you would see a naked man, Dad.
Well, I mean, I can
But
at least imagine. You're
but
saying what I see. I'm imagining
right.
it.
But it looks more like an
Damn!
actual.
Oh my god! Hey, beautiful.
Hi, Samantha. It looks more
Hey,
like
Samantha.
I am talking to
Your other
the
daughter's here, Dad.
audience.
I know. I haven't. She. If you ever seen Samantha's channel, though, I'm just telling you. You want to talk about a very artistic person with music, off the fucking charts.
She's stunning.
She is. She is. Good to see you, sweetheart. Good to
I
see
will
you.
have to look at it, Samantha.
Trust me, you'll love her. You'll love her,
She's
Froggy.
she's
Trust me.
adorable. I talked to Samantha offline too. I talked to her quite a few times.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. That's fucking awesome. See, these. But remember what Dad said. The communities I've been a part of. I mean, I see people come in that I haven't seen in a while and everything.
Oh, I am
And it gives me
subscribed
a
to
smile.
her.
Oh, see that? When was the last time you watched a fucking video of her?
I don't know because not recently.
Yeah, I'm calling your
But
ass out.
again, if it doesn't show up in my FYP for you page, I normally don't watch it. The only
Yeah,
reason
I'm
like
just fine.
literally if I get a notice that says, "Hey, I posted something," I'll be like, "Okay, let me go check it out." And the reason why is because if it's not in my brain processing, somebody don't tell me. Normally, I don't know it. So if YouTube doesn't tell me, "Hey, Samantha posted a video," "Hey, Gemma posted a video," "Hey, Blowhole's live," "Hey, Thinking posted a video," I'm not gonna go. I need to go check out this channel. And
Shit.
once again, that is why we share things out, and
Mhm.
we are each other's what's that word for it? Advertisement. We're each other's advertisement.
All right, well, advertise the end of this fucking stream.
All right, guys. I love y'all.
It's
Gemma,
not your turn to talk.
do you have any famous last words?
Who's going first? Dad?
You, Gemma.
You.
Oh, you
Okay,
want Dad to go first?
Everybody believe. I'm going to say, everybody believe in yourselves. You're all rock stars. Don't let anybody limit what you can or can't do. Live every day as if it's your last.
Amen.
Dad.
All right. Yeah, I actually do have something to say. Anybody that is just coming in now and everything else, go back through this stream and everything else. We had some beautiful topics, nonstop talking. Our host that invited me and Gemma up, Lunatic Froggy, is fantastic. And if you're not subscribed to her yet, well, I don't know what the fuck you're waiting for. Anyway, I would just like to thank you, both of my daughters, for going ahead and tapping into a lot of great subjects. And as I said before, once again, content, and the content that you put out today can possibly help out somebody that is struggling with different things in which we talked throughout this whole live stream. And I thank you, my daughters, for allowing me to be up here with you today. I love both of you. Thank you.
I want to say thank you to Gemma and Dad for being up here and talking with me on this beautiful Sunday day. They could be out enjoying themselves. Thank you all for watching and talking with us throughout this whole entire stream. You guys are freaking amazing. We love each and every single one of you that came in. I hope you have a beautiful Sunday. You get to go out, have a party, do what you got to do. And I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for coming in and have a great day. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.